is News 3 Now at 6.
Thank you for joining us. Storms are starting to begin in our area, and tonight's storms bring the possibility of high winds, hail, and heavy rain. Our Adam Duxter is in Sauk County, where people are getting ready, but we're going to begin with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with your certified most accurate forecast. Gary.
Well, Charlotte, the thunderstorms are just arriving here at the station. You probably heard the thunder rumbling overhead, and the rain has just started. Looks like it's starting to pick up a little bit in intensity. As we take a look at the live view from the WISC Skycam, you can see this thunderstorm ready to roll in over the station. High-resolution Doppler radar shows these showers and thunderstorms in a narrow line right about through the Madison area, moving to the southeast at about 30 miles per hour. Right now, they're not severe. This first batch probably won't be severe, but it is helping to moisten up the atmosphere, so additional storm development farther out to the west could become severe later on tonight. And you can see on future radar over the next 3 hours the potential for clusters of strong to severe thunderstorms to roll through southern Wisconsin. A little wider radar perspective shows more storms developing back toward the north and west, and then we'll see more development here in southern Wisconsin overnight. Storm Prediction Center has an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms for hail, high winds, heavy rainfall, even the possibility for an isolated tornado. But right now, a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 10 p.m. for areas north and west of Dane County. Rainfall, that would be good news. Generally about a ½ to 1.5 inches of rain expected over much of southern Wisconsin. Some areas can see 2 to 3 inches of rain in areas that get a heavier thunderstorm. High temperature in Madison hit 90, but look at what's happened to the temperatures since then. We're at 86 at the airport, but temperatures have dropped in the 70s where the rain has cooled the air to the north and west. Dew point temperatures, though, are rising from the upper 40s earlier today to the 60s to lower 70s, so it's becoming increasingly humid, and that will lead to more thunderstorm chances overnight. Look for a low of about 68 degrees. The storm should be over with by early tomorrow morning. Then look for a dry and warm day tomorrow with a high of 89. I'll take a look at our prospects for severe weather in just a few minutes.
Sauk County is hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst when it comes to tonight's storms. Adam Duxter is there now with what to expect and how to prepare. Good evening to you, Adam.
Yeah, Charlotte, I think the stuff that you guys are getting at the station right now is what we just had here in West Baraboo over the course of the last 20 and 25 minutes. But you heard Gary mention the storms to the north in the northwest of Madison, and that's where we are now. And we are looking at this sky, and there's not much of a break in it as you look further down the horizon. And even though things are still quiet now, you heard Gary mention the storms could come when you're asleep tonight, meaning before you go to bed. It's really important that you take the necessary precautions to prepare yourself. Some of those include if you've got anything outside that can blow away with some of the severe wind that we're seeing, it's a good idea to go in, probably lock that all down or bring it inside, as well as if you've got a weather radio, make sure there's some fresh batteries in there, as well as fresh batteries in your flashlights and a charged battery for your cell phone. And of course, we're going to be continuing to track the storm tonight. We are not quite sure what we'll see here in Sauk County. The emergency manager says prepare for flooding, but it's difficult to tell what exactly could flood until the rain really starts falling steadily from the sky. So we will have live reports tonight on News 3 Now at 10, as well as keeping you updated on our News 3 Now Facebook and social media pages.
Adam Duxter reporting live from Sauk tonight. Adam, thank you. So during severe weather situations, stay up to date on our First Warn Forecast weather app. It is free, and you can select which of 29 different types of alerts you can trigger on your smartphone. It also has hourly forecast, road conditions, and the latest radar, and you can do it right now. Go to your camera's phone and scan the QR code on your screen, and that's going to take you to a link to download our app. Another way to download it is just by going to your phone's app store and searching for WISC Weather. The man charged with killing a UW-Madison student back in 2008 is headed to trial. David Call was found competent today. I repeat, competent. Call is charged with the death of 21-year-old Brittany Zimmerman. He is currently serving a prison sentence at Oshkosh Correctional Institution for a 7th offense drunken driving conviction. A preliminary hearing is set for next month. Wisconsin continues on the road to recovery. The 7-day average of new COVID cases dropped to 85 today. That's another new low not seen in over a year. More than 8,000 more people are newly vaccinated. Vaccinations in Wisconsin are still hovering just above 40%. About 44% of Wisconsinites are now fully vaccinated. 49% have at least one dose. And here in Dane County, 62% of residents are now fully vaccinated. 68% of Dane County residents have at least one dose. We're looking forward to a post-pandemic world, and public health in Dane County wants to get a head start on it. It's why they want to hear from you, and there's a simple way to do it. Jamie Perez gives us a look at what they want your input on.
The pandemic showed us a lot about ourselves, but it also brought out issues that need to be addressed within our healthcare system.
There's no better time than now because we are coming out of this very critical moment of the pandemic.
Public Health Madison in Dane County is just one of the organizations that wants you to fill out a survey telling them what you feel needs to be worked on for a healthier community.
I think the pandemic kind of heightened or really shed light on a lot of things that were happening.
UW Health's Program Manager of Community Health Improvement, Adrian Jones, said access to proper health care is one of the main things that needs some improvement.
We start to look at the data and break it apart by race and ethnicity. We do see racial health disparities.
SSM Health's Regional Director of Community Health, David Plymers, believes the pandemic made the inequities in the healthcare system more obvious.
One zip code has more of an influence on their health than their genetic code.
Now, the survey starts by asking you to fill out information about your racial and ethnic background, your gender identity, your age, the highest level of education, and your zip code. All of these things, they say, play a huge role in your health and the health care that you receive.
So it could identify new things to do within current programs, new partnerships that we might want to engage with, or funding streams that we might need to pursue, or resources that would need to come into the community.
It's anonymous, it's available in English, Spanish, and Hmong, and takes less than 10 minutes to fill out.
We are always trying to do better.
Your input will help these organizations come up with a long-term plan, turning your words into action.
Ideal state is where we're minimizing disease, where we're creating equal access to care, or equity and access to care for everyone, but with more of a prevention focus, those that we're keeping people healthy rather than treating them when they become ill.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
The survey will be up until the end of the month, and they want as many of you to respond as possible. We have a link to that survey online at channel3000.com. There's a new push to put more money in workers' pockets. New information about a proposal to raise the minimum wage in Wisconsin is next on News 3 Now at 6.
Best of the best store-wide sale of the summer is on now at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 50% off in-stock furniture doorbusters. Then you choose between our 2 best bonus deals of the entire year. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homeowners to participate in our home evaluation program. Here's what we want to do. We want to take those old energy wasting windows out and install the Eco Sky windows only from Mad City Windows. Now listen to this, you'll get special savings. Zip code and location are important. We'll put a good neighbor sign in your yard, curb appeal counts. You'll take advantage of special savings only offered by Mad City Windows. We're Wisconsin's #1 remodeler, and now would be a great time to call for a limited time to be one of 50 homeowners to get these special savings direct from the manufacturer. Free installation on a house full of new windows. You got to be compensated for your time. 18 months, no payments, no interest, and if you call now, $50 Amazon gift card with your estimate. Zip code and location are very important. Call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616, Mad City.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
The best of the best mattress sale of the summer is on now at Ashley Home Store. In-stock doorbusters are up to 60% off while they last. And now introducing purple mattresses for less than $20 a month. Plus the guaranteed best Tempur-Pedic deal in all of Wisconsin. Only at Ashley Home Store.
People who have been out of their homes for 3 long nights will need to spend at least one more night elsewhere. That's the message just in from the health department in Rockton, Illinois. They held a press conference to update us on potential risks in the air, the ground, and water after the Chemtool fire. Naomi Coles was there. Naomi, I understand this just wrapped up. So what else can you tell us that happened?
That's right. So there's a lot of actually good news coming out of this press conference this evening. What we know, the air quality is stable. The samples are coming back stable. The air quality is staying below dangerous levels. That's all good news. What we also know, they have sent sand, ash, and water samples to the National Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA. They'll be waiting to get some of those samples back. They are expecting a lot of that information tomorrow morning. Another good news, we've talked a lot about the debris falling from the building this week, or from that burning building. They have gotten now half of the samples back. They sent that debris in to be tested. They've gotten about half of those samples back, and what we know is that they have negative contaminants. So that's good news, but you also are still warned not to touch them. Now, a little bit about that sampling process. Dr. Martell from the Winnebago County Health Department explains a bit about how that works.
It's kind of like a finger stick for your blood glucose versus a laboratory testing to diagnose diabetes. We want to confirm those results.
Now, what we do know, there was a mistake made today, this morning. There was a breach of foam. Now, we know that there was a private company brought in to continue fighting this fire. Some foam made it into Rock River. Now, that foam was not contaminated, or it was not the, not the fluorinated foam that's used to fight the fire. There was some of that used for about 3 hours on Tuesday. The EPA is investigating the use of fluorinated foam that has the PFAS, or forever chemical, that is very difficult to get out of the environment once it gets in. About 35 gallons of that, we learned today at this press conference, were dumped. It was stopped on Tuesday. Later on today, some non-fluorinated foam made it into the river. There was that breach, and so that's what we're knowing right now. You can go online right now for more information. There's a website you can go to put in claims to get some money if you've been damaged or hurt by this incident. Back to you.
Naomi Coles reporting live from Rockton, Illinois tonight. Naomi, thank you. Democrats in the state legislature are once again calling for a raise in the state's minimum wage. They introduced the plan at a press conference this morning. It calls for a gradual increase to $15 per hour. The state's current minimum wage is $7.25. That's the same as Iowa and Indiana, but less than other Midwestern states. It would be the first raise in the state's minimum wage in more than a decade.
Now is the time to raise the minimum wage to a living wage. Now is the time to allow people to live their lives with dignity. And now it is time to affirm that working 40 hours a week should not result in poverty for anyone.
Wisconsin Republicans have resisted calls to increase the minimum wage, focusing instead on plans to promote hiring and end additional unemployment payments. Republicans also argue that businesses are free to raise their own starting wages without a statewide increase. State Republicans are proposing new tax cuts. The Joint Finance Committee is meeting right now and plans to take its final votes on those tax cuts. Republicans are proposing a nearly $3.5 billion tax cut. They say it would save the average family $1,200 through income tax relief and property tax relief.
So we know that getting more money into the hands of Wisconsin families is incredibly important as they deal with these rising costs and have to figure out the best way to make their family budget stretch.
The Republicans also plan to fund 2/3 of Wisconsin school costs to ensure the states get federal coronavirus relief money.
Definitely changed my life from that moment on.
A Platteville man shares his story on recovering from burns and what he wants you to know about fire safety. And Gary will be right back with the latest on our chances for severe weather tonight.
What's my favorite part about my French door fridge from Furniture and Appliance Mart? One word: drama.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sono Bello changed my life.
Sono Bello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-315-6748 or go to sonobello.com.
There's nothing like fresh coffee, the morning sun, and our windows keeping you comfortable. Why don't you do like over 50,000 satisfied customers? Give us a call here at Mad City Windows. And right now, you can be one of 50 homeowners to participate in our home evaluation program, and you'll be compensated for your time, free installation on a house full of new windows. 18 months, no payments, no interest financing. And if you call me now, $50 Amazon gift card with your estimate, zip code, and location are very important.
Milk, 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 yeah. Guzzle milk, drink it all. Make a milk waterfall. Cookie milk, stack it tall. Milk with no rhythm at all. Make you run fast milk. Stay awake in class milk. Pour it by the glass milk. Is that a mustache milk? Boom, 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 base milk. Smile in your face milk. Go for the goal before you know you going all the way milk. Milky high, milky hey. I hope you have a milky day. Live your best life milk. You out this world, Milky Way. Put you on the spot milk. Question, got milk? Show us what you got. Hashtag got milk.
The best of the best store-wide sale of the summer is on now at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 50% off in-stock furniture doorbusters. Then you choose between our 2 best bonus deals of the entire year. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Some of us don't practice the lesson we all learned at a young age. Don't play with fire. A Platteville man can tell you just how quickly your life can change if you're not careful with it. Grace Hodak spoke with him and learned why first responders are worried about fire-related injuries getting worse this summer.
I'm very fortunate to be here today.
It can happen in the blink of an eye.
It definitely changed my life from that moment on.
Scott Travis was only 9 years old when he tried to put out a firecracker. He spent 2.5 months in the hospital with third-degree burns on more than half his body.
You look different, you've been scarred, and it's that support from your family and friends, and it is what it is from this point forward. So you move on and you learn and you help people understand your story.
Decades later, in 2019, Travis was burned again, this time by gasoline.
You let your guard down and you start to relax, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, what just happened?
Doctors like UW Health's Angela Gibson see cases like Travis's every summer.
A lot of people wanting to do bonfires, grilling, burning brush as they're cleaning up their yard. And, we have patients who come in with, pretty substantial flame burn injuries from these events.
Madison firefighters say burn emergencies dropped during the pandemic, but they expect to see more this summer.
We can anticipate, as people are anxious to get outside and spend time with family and go places and do things, that the number of responses will go up.
But that doesn't have to happen. Drinking too much, kitchen and grill errors, and carelessness are the most common factors that lead to tragedy.
We have a saying, stand by your pan.
Travis feels lucky to have survived twice. Now he hopes his story makes you think twice and don't take fire safety lightly.
Anytime you're dealing with fire, be careful. Educate your family. Have precautionary measures in place.
In Madison, Grace Hodak, News 3 Now.
Staying safe is an important part in enjoying the summer, so make sure to always keep an eye on those flames. More fire safety precautions can be found on our website, channel3000.com. And Gary Canalti is back with our first warn forecast tracking the severe weather. Gary?
Well, so far, Charlotte, we have not had any severe thunderstorm warnings yet, but we are watching a line of thunderstorms that is moving through the Madison area now is down toward Monroe. That's where the heaviest rain is. And back toward the north and west, notice these these clusters of storms starting to fire up. Some of these could be producing hail back into parts of west central Wisconsin. The severe weather threat is higher back toward the west. The activity that's moving through Madison right now, because of the widespread area of light rain behind the initial thunderstorms, cools the air off a little bit. So the severe weather threat is lessened, at least for the time being, but it is starting to ramp up again back toward the north and west. A little wider radar perspective, severe thunderstorm watch in effect for much of this area, including areas north and west of Dane County until 10 p.m. But again, the first round of showers and thunderstorms weakening as it pushes into slightly drier air over southeastern Wisconsin. But now the air is very humid back to the west, and that's where more thunderstorm development is starting to take place. Storm Prediction Center has an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms over most of southern Wisconsin. That's level 3 on the 5-level scale. The area that's in black here indicates the potential for strong straight-line winds of greater than 70 miles per hour in some of the stronger thunderstorms. So that's something we have to keep an eye on, especially when we see these small clusters of storms move on through. Hail, also a threat. The greatest threat for large hail is farther out to the west. That area that's in black has the potential for hail 2 inches or larger in diameter. That's about the size of a golf ball. Tornado threat, not zero, but still around a 5% chance of a tornado within 25 miles of a point, or about the size of a county. So that bears some watching, but this tornado threat should lessen as the sun goes down and the atmosphere cools off a little bit. The rain is what we could use, and future track rainfall through early Friday afternoon shows the potential for about a ½ inch to 1.5 inches of rain over southern Wisconsin, with areas that pick up 2 to 3 inches in the heavier thunderstorms. Future track shows these clusters of thunderstorms this evening, early overnight, but by tomorrow morning, they're gone, and then by tomorrow afternoon, we're back to sunshine and temperatures that could be back up around 90 degrees. We could use the rain. The latest U.S. drought monitor shows exceptional drought conditions over southeastern Wisconsin, severe drought conditions south and east of Madison, and moderate drought conditions over much of southern Wisconsin. To our west, temperatures are in the triple digits through much of the plains. We're right on the edge of that heat, but notice the dew point temperatures climbing up out to the west of us. That's where the thunderstorm development will take place later on tonight. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 p.m. north and west of Dane County. Look for an overnight low of 68 with showers and thunderstorms. Any storm could produce high winds, hail, and heavy rain. And then tomorrow, look for a high of 89 degrees with dry conditions and partly sunny skies. Future track clusters of thunderstorms through the evening and early overnight hours. Then tomorrow, they're gone by early morning. And as far as rainfall amounts, again, ½ inch to 1.5 inches. Some areas 2 to 3 inches and heavier thunderstorms. 7 to 10 day forecast. Additional thunderstorm chances Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and a few showers Monday, and some thunderstorm chances toward the end of next week.
And coming up in sports, tonight it's win or go home for the Bucks. Hear why Giannis says they're ready to handle their business in Milwaukee. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Hi, I'm Crystal the Pistol. Goldman Cars has over 500 vehicles in stock with 2017 and 18 Subaru Legacies and Foresters starting at $17,995 or $270 per month. That's right, Goldman Cars has over 500 vehicles in stock with great deals on 17 and 18 Subaru Legacies and Foresters. So hurry in today to get your great deal and ask for me, Crystal the Pistol Goldman. Go to Goldman Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Goldman, GoldmanCars.com.
Time is running out to be one of 50 homeowners to participate in our home evaluation program. We want to take those old energy-wasting windows out and install the Eco Sky windows. Zip code and location are important. We'll put a good neighbor sign in your yard. Curb appeal counts. Call in now to get new windows in your home and take advantage of these special savings. Call now to beat inflation and get some of the lowest prices you'll see all year long on new energy-efficient windows from Mad City Windows. We're looking for 50 homeowners who need new windows. Look at the savings. Free installation on a house full of new windows. Call today to get 18 months, no payments, no interest financing as we compensate you for your time. Last chance in this program to call. Don't you miss out. You'll get a $50 Amazon gift card with your estimate. Remember, zip code and location are very important. Call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616, Mad City.
A Madison Magazine exclusive, the untold story of Nirvana on the 30th anniversary of Nevermind, and Madison's pivotal role in the band's runaway success. With never-seen photos and local accounts. Get your collector's issue of Madison Magazine on newsstands June 30th. Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning top industry honors for outstanding journalism and design, including the coveted prize for general excellence in the 36th Annual National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
Hi, folks. Friday morning, we are wrapping up our Wandering Wisconsin series with a day trip for you and your family to the southwest corner of the state.
And we're helping you put together those last-minute plans to honor Dad this Father's Day. Join us from 4:30 to 7.
At halftime of Game 5, Charles Barkley said Milwaukee's going to win the World Championship. Then the second half collapse happened, but Chuck's predictions could still come true. The Bucks just have to win tonight and then in Brooklyn on Saturday. But unlike their first two games at Pfizer Forum, there's no margin for error for the Deer. Tonight is a must-win, and the Bucks are well aware of the magnitude of Game 6.
It's a win or go home. We've got to give everything we got, and I think everybody in the locker room know that. Hopefully, we have a little bit of luck in our side. So we just got to go back home, take care of business, trust our habits, believe in ourselves, and hopefully we can take a trip down here and get the job done.
The Badger women's basketball schedule isn't out just yet, but we did get a sneak peek on how their Big Ten slate will look. Wisconsin will play an 18-game conference schedule with home and homes against Illinois, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, and Purdue. They'll take on Indiana, Iowa, Michigan State, and Penn State just once, with all of those games only at the Kohl Center. OTAs in Green Bay are officially in the books, and all that's left to do now, besides that thing with Aaron Rodgers in the front office, take a break from football until training camp starts up in late July. As far as the OTAs went, Matt LaFleur liked what he saw from the Packers that were there. The challenge for him now is to keep his guys focused and their efforts locked in so they can make another run at the Lombardi Trophy.
We're excited about a training camp. We're excited about this football team. I think the character of this team is really high. I think, you know, the challenge is, can you recreate that magic that, you know, we've been able to the last couple of years and become a close-knit, connected team with great player leadership. And but no, we're excited about just what the future could hold.
Gary, there's some rain in our future, huh?
Hopefully. Already we're starting to see breaks in the clouds, though, out to the west in Platteville. So that's going to allow the atmosphere to kind of reload its energy and see more thunderstorms later on this evening. As far as a severe thunderstorm watch, that's in effect for areas north and west of Dane County through 10 p.m. tonight. High-resolution radar shows non-severe thunderstorms moving through Madison and to the south and east, but notice the break over southwestern Wisconsin as more storms develop. In fact, severe thunderstorm warnings are now being issued over parts of west central Wisconsin. As far as future radar is concerned, you can see these clusters of storms over the next couple of hours, so we'll see more development back to the north and west where those severe thunderstorms are already forming. The rainfall is useful. We could be looking at about a ½ inch to an inch and a half generally, with some 2 to 3 inch amounts in the heavier thunderstorms. Temperatures right now cooling off where there's rain, but warming back up out to the west. That'll fuel more storms later tonight.
All right, Gary, thank you. And thank you for joining us tonight. Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.